My name's Abdul-Abni. I'm 19 years old. I just graduated from high school. I'm coming up from Columbus, Georgia. The reason why I chose to come here was because I wanted to do something for God, and this is what He's given me. The biggest thing that I've learned is communication with people. Being able to just talk to someone and just get to know them, that's definitely something that I've always kind of had as a skill, but coming here it really brought that out and it sharpened that. Just being able to go right up to somebody, shake their hand, and just ask them, hey, tell me about your story. How'd you get here? The in-person handheld gap that we would do at the market square, there's no window between me and that other person. They're standing right in front of me. All of the emotions, the anger, hate, and pain, I see it, I feel it, and it's right there in front of me. While that was the one that gave me the most anxiety about something bad happening, it was definitely the most important because it let me see reality. It let me see these other people. It was amazing. So when we were in Charlotte, North Carolina, working with Love Life, during the praise and worship that we were doing outside of the abortion clinic, I was convicted from God that I wasn't caring enough. And it brought me to tears, not just because I was convicted that I wasn't caring about them, but that my nation is literally murdering children in front of me.
I was living far away from home. I was paralyzed with fear of disappointing my parents, and fear actually that they may agree with them and encourage me to have the abortion. I felt I couldn't turn to church at the time for fear of judgment. It is traumatic, physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. I would never forget that I was a mother. I would never forget that I had taken the life of my own child.
And it was at that point that it really just hit me that this is real, that this is happening, and that every drop of blood that we spill wails out to God, and it's not going to go unheard. And so I kind of felt the weight of all of that just heavy on me, and I'm bawling my eyes out, just God, forgive my nation and forgive me. This unconcern it's evil, and that really hit me because God took care of my unconcern. And the second most important thing that I'm so happy that I got the chance to do was an interview with Rebecca Kiesling. She is an abortion survivor. Her mother was raped. And so when I got the chance to interview her, I was like, this is awesome. Because now it gave me a chance to really tell people stories like hers. For our next person, Miss Rebecca Kiesling. Again, we will be covering a sensitive topic, that being rape. While her story is very dark and it's very depressing, when I tell them just the snippets and I see that look in their eyes of, that's real, that actually happened to someone, it makes me think that there's still hope, that people aren't just apathetic, they actually do feel something, and that they understand what's right and wrong. So my relationship with God has grown exponentially. Coming here, it was a breath of fresh air. I was finally at a point where I needed God, where the only answer was God. That all of my fears, all of my anxieties, all of the stuff that went in the back of my head, He could take care of. And I can't be happy enough that I did what I did here. Beyond thankful that He wanted me to be here. In Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 3, it says, Son of man, I send you to the sons of Israel, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even to this very day. And as for the impudent and obstinate children, I am sending you to them. And you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. As for them, whether they listen or not, for they are a rebellious house, they shall know that there has been a prophet among them. And you, son of man, do not be afraid of them, or be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with you, and you dwell among scorpions, do not be afraid of their words, or be dismayed at their looks, for they are a rebellious house. And another one in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 11, God said, Say to them, As I live, says the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but rather that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn from your evil ways. For why will you die, O house of Israel? Both of those scriptures really spoke to me. He didn't send me to China or to Europe. He sent me to my own people. My God is very different from every other God. Every other God hates the wicked, and he wants to see them die. But my God said, even before he came down to die for me, that I would rather see them turn from their wickedness. Get a sign and carry your cross. Because I don't care how much money you can throw at all of these organizations, and while it helps, it's not going to end it until we as a unified church, not just the Baptists or the Methodists or the Catholics, until we are unified as a church, this is not going to end and people are still going to die. And even start with your own friends. Convince them that this is something serious, because a lot of Christians don't even care. That's because they've never seen the evil with their own eyes. Show them, tell them, get up and go. Pick up your sign and carry your cross.